What's going on? We are back with another episode of Against the Clock. Today, I'm going to be following up on some of the LOIs that I sent the other day, yesterday, I believe. And we're going to track some responses. I actually really didn't get a great amount of responses. I only sent out like 10 or so. So it's not like that's a big enough sample size to really go off of. But I was kind of surprised that I didn't get that many responses. So I could follow up, but I'm going to go ahead and start the clock and let's get into it. All right. So let me share my screen. And we are off. I guess to be fair to myself, I should probably share my screen before starting the clock, but it's all good. Okay. Let's dive into it. So I have some leads, and I've actually been testing the data quality that I'm getting from various sources, such as DealSauce and PropWire. I can't remember I think this feed here was from, trying to think. I think I pulled this one from DealSauce, I believe. So those have already been underwritten. Let's see, those all failed. I still want to create these deals, even though they didn't pass my underwriting standards, because if I re-upload this list, I want to know that these deals didn't pass. I don't want to keep underwriting the same leads over and over and over again. So that's why I'm still going to create the deals. And we're just going to give that a few seconds to create. While that's creating, I'm going to look at my LOIs that I sent out from the other day and see which ones we got responses on. I'm going to clean up my mailbox. I'm looking on my other screen here. And I'm just going to archive the ones that haven't responded. Every single one that has not responded, I'm going to wait for them to respond, at least how I'm running it right now. Later down the road, I'm going to start proactively. What's up? I'm going to start proactively reaching out to the agents. But for right now, at least in this time, I'm going to be waiting for inbound responses coming back to me. Okay. Let me go to this PropWire template. And it looks like we had 7 deals that actually passed. So looking at Bloomington and Columbus, I can click on, the breakdown and see the underwriting of how it passed, which is a new thing that I've been adding. I haven't rolled this out yet, but it's still under testing. It's very, very close to being in a functional state. So I'm going to create these 7 deals. These are good deals that I'm going to want to filter on. And then I guess I could have created the other ones all at the same time, but I'm going to go back to the ones that failed. Again, they failed, but I still want to create all of these. So let me go check first on the ones that did pass. So you can see I have 396 that have passed, which is a lot. So I need to start going through them. I'm going to filter on the ones for Indiana. For the ones for Ohio or the ones from Texas, I don't know if I'm going to work these leads or not, but we'll see. So I've added this flag in here that lets me know if the agent information is missing, which is pretty helpful. But I'm going to filter on Indiana here. And I'm just going to send out these 2 LOIs just right now, just to make sure, test everything, make sure we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so 2 got sent. I should see those in my waiting folder, which is perfect. I'm actually working on, this isn't formatted very well. I'm actually working on some custom rules to be able to have some logic in there when you deploy, or when this status happens, make it go, or when this action happened, make it go into this folder, like that kind of advanced logic, which I think would be really, really helpful. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at these LOIs. Dang it, my LOIs. Who put $1,000 EMD on my LOIs? We need to figure that out. I usually put 500. Let me go in my buy box. I'm glad I checked on that. I'm always testing things, and I'm not sure if I did put a freaking 1,000. Oh well, that's fine. I'm gonna change that back to 500 because I'm not gonna give away. I like to start out pretty low, but that's just me. So I'm gonna send a couple more out, and I want to make sure that those update with the 500 EMD on my LOI. Okay, cool. So those just got sent out. And I'm going to keep going through my list from the other day. Appreciate it, but my client's not interested. Okay, cool. So I got a response back. This was from one yesterday. And I'm just going to update this because, so we have the status of dead here. I really don't like that I have two different statuses because this is really the field that needs to be updated. So I actually got this response 2 days ago, and I'm just now seeing it, which is not great, but response received. I'm going to mark that on January 20th. And then this was also dead on January 20th. And the reason, not interested in creative terms. So I'm going to mark that. That way I can track this on my dashboard. Yeah, bro, don't be putting $1,000 EMD, man. Put 500, dude. You'd be surprised. Like I had a property I bought for 1.1 million. The EMD was 500. Like it's pretty gangster, right? A lot of times, they're too busy. They're too focused on beating me up on all the other terms that it's just like I just get to the point where it's like, dude, I've given you everything you want, and so like we usually keep the EMD at what I ask, which is nice. Every once in a while, you run into a traditional agent that lives and dies off the 1%. But generally speaking, I'd say 90+ % of the time, EMD is usually whatever I state it is. So that's nice. So these are all ones that passed. If we look at here, and again, I'm going to be filtering on the Indiana ones because that's mainly all I care about. So I'm going to select all of these Indiana ones. And okay, so we have 55 that are missing agent information. I was testing this the other day and it appeared to be working. So, okay. I don't like how this says, hold on. I want to change this now before I forget. I know I'm against the clock, but I want to fix this now. I'll take a screenshot of this. Give me 1 second. I select a bulk list of deals, and it says 55 deals are missing agent information. I got to figure out how to get that agent information, like whenever the data doesn't have that. That is a challenge that I have. So when I selected bulk list of deals and it says 55 deals are missing agent information. When I get to the LOI screen, it's confusing because it's saying it's going to send all of them, but it should be excluding the missing ones and letting the user know that the ones missing agent info can't be sent without their info. So update the count on the pop-up. Let's see if I can get that fixed real quick. Sometimes I can make some really quick changes, and sometimes it's like nails against the chalkboard, and I have to beat it up for an hour and a half, and you just never know which one it's going to be, honestly. So I'm going to give that a few seconds. Let me keep going through my email and track responses. Client's not interested, dead. So The app, now I'm not saying I'm, some using the most sophisticated thing in the world, but I'm using an email management app and I'm just keeping it super simple. If they haven't responded, I'm just archiving it. And then whenever they do respond, it'll pop back up in my mailbox. So that's how I'm kind of handling that. And the rest of my lead tracking is done in here. So I just want to keep my inbox as clean as I possibly can. So I'm just archiving every single one that hasn't responded to me. Just so I can so I have 48 emails now. I want to get down to nothing. I won't be able to do that on this call because there's some other follow-ups here. There's some other follow-ups here that I need to address that I haven't addressed yet. Okay, so I'm going to keep stripping this down. Okay. Probably should read that. Okay, now I'm getting to stuff that's not related to deals. Okay. All right, so I'm down to 33 emails. Let's see. Okay, we're working on agents. Huh. Oh, that's waiting. I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to be on this one. So select all. Okay, so 55 are going to be excluded. Yes. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Now, I just want to make sure there's no error that occurs. So it's sending 55, or what did it say, 26 or whatever LOIs right now. So I can see my email blowing up. Oh, it probably got killed because my editor refreshed on my development version. It doesn't happen when I'm using my actual live account, but when I'm in my development version, there's always like these constant updates and pushes on stuff that I'm doing. So it probably, I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I'm still seeing a lot of them get sent through. Yeah, my email's blowing up. So I think all of them probably went through, but we'll see. It should have some appropriate, I would like to think, air handling here. I'm seeing some deals get removed from the past, which would be over to the LOI and waiting. I don't know, my email is like filling up pretty quick, so it looks like these are probably, oh, you know what? I never checked if the EMD got adjusted to 500. It freaking didn't. That's unfortunate. Let me go and see if this actually saved or not. It did save. Okay. Let's see. Let me look at all these other terms. Everything else looks right. And this is pulling from single family. Okay. I need a notebook for when I'm doing this. So that way I can write down things I need to implement. Oh, well, we're going to figure that out another time. Actually, let's write this down on my phone. MD is stuck at 1,000 when my says. Okay, cool. Let's see. I was gonna sign up for batch leads, but they wanted me to put in my credit card. I was like, I don't know if I want to commit to that. Okay. So I'm going to run, let's see, I need to do some more testing on different data sources. So I just did PropStream, I did PropWire, and let me see what else do I need to test that I have access to. I did PropStream, PropWire. No, wait, I did PropWire, PropStream, DealSauce. I don't have access to Batch Leads or Property Radar. Let's go check out Property Radar. Property Radar data is better. Okay. I've never tried Property Radar. Okay, 1 user, 3 users, 500 email marketing sends per month. I don't know what that means. 500 phone numbers per month. Monthly at 10,000 monthly exports. AI powered brand building. Okay. Well, damn, why am I the cheapest? No, mine, are you talking about the LOIs? Mine are not going into spam folder. Mine are everything, all my LOIs come through on my end. Are yours going into spam? I would say that for agent, I can't control, because I can always whitelist, my own email, right? For when the LOIs come to me. I can't control the deliverability on the agents. That is a good question. I'm going to monitor. So the ones that I sent out over the past couple of weeks, very, very high response rate. The ones I sent out 2 days ago, I only sent out like 10. I only got 1 response. So I know at least one person got it, right? But yeah, I'd be curious to see, because what did I send out? Probably what did I send out? What's today? The 22nd. So I sent out 28 LOIs. So that's enough for me to get a feel for response rates, right? Like I think I was getting probably like a 30% response rate, like without me calling or doing anything, like they were responding back 30% of the time, which leads to me to tell me that they're all being delivered. Actually, I can actually go into the server and check on the email deliverability. Let me go do that right now. Everything that I saw was working appropriately. So yeah, delivered. Delivered. All of these are delivered. There appears, I'm not seeing anything that really bounced back. All of these look good. So it's really just a matter of getting them to respond, right? And not view this as a scam. So we'll see. And that's where the follow-up, obviously the follow-up is pretty important. If you're following up with them, that's obviously pretty important. So all these ones that I just got, that I just blasted out, I'm already going to archive them. If they respond back to me, great. If not, then, I'm moving on until I have that next step. Just because I don't have enough time in the day to just be like constantly following up with them on the phone. That's not very effective use of my time. So I'm going to archive all these that just got sent out. Okay, cool. So I'm back down to 35 emails. The rest of them are other stuff that I need to go through. Okay, so let me hit some other markets. What market should I be hitting right now? Anyone out there want to tell me a market to hit? And I'm happy to hit it. Let's see. I think I feel pretty good about DealSauce. About that. Actually, no, DealSauce is one that has been giving me a little bit of trouble in terms of the mapping. So let me hit DealSauce some more. Where should I go? I already hit the Dallas market pretty heavily. I mean, I could start sending out the LOIs in the Dallas market, but I was going to send some of those to people in Founders Club. I'll send out a few LOIs, but I'm not going to send out like a ton. Whoops, I accidentally clicked on that. Okay, so I'm just going to focus on the Texas ones for a second. Send a few of those out. But let's hit some other markets that I haven't hit because we need to get, we're not really getting, I don't know if it's a market thing. You would think that the market would still be good for these types of seller finance type of structures, but I'm not seeing a ton. Let me hit Cincinnati. I don't know if I've been hitting that market as much. So I'm going to go and filter single family. I'm going to do active. Okay, cool. Between 325. Perfect. I can't tell. Is that a million or is that, well, it's hard to tell. Okay, cool. Equity. Where's the equity? I'm going to do 40% minimum equity. And that's really what I'm going to do. So I'm going to clear my lead list first. And then back to my search. I'm going to add all these to send to my portfolio. And then I'm going to go to my properties. Oh, Phoenix. You want me to hit Phoenix? I can do that. I'll hit Phoenix next. Phoenix is tough, man. What kind of deals are you trying to wholesale in Phoenix? Like, I assume you're asking about Morby methods? Because every time I look at Phoenix, like there is no such thing as a cash flowing LTR there. What's the play in Phoenix? And my understanding is the STR is kind of being cracked down. So that really only leaves probably co-living. Is that what you're thinking? So I'm going to download the data. And so I'm just waiting for it to download from DealSauce right now. And it'll take a few minutes. Definitely takes longer than, I would say a lot longer than PropWire. PropWire is like pretty instant. Co-living's hot down there. Okay. I don't have bulk underwriting ready for co-living yet. Let me check this out actually. Let's go check out co-living because I haven't tested that in a while. And I need to make sure that the platform is like 100% no issues in order for me to do the bulk underwriting on. That's why the Morby Methods one's been heavily tested. Let's go with Morby Method co-living and let's just see what's going on here. Let me just find it looks like my list downloaded, so let me get that going. Okay, let me upload that list for a second before I go on this side quest. Okay, so I'm gonna upload, and I'm not even choosing. This seems to be working pretty well. I'm not even. Oh man! Of course, it would do a refresh in the middle of me trying to upload. Let me go back to. All right, let's try this again. So it should be auto detecting what type of file it is, whether that be prop stream, deal sauce, prop wire, batch leads, whatever. So we're gonna open this. I hate the way this is loading. I hate that's ugly. I don't know why it's taking so long to load either. Hold on, let me paste in my testing here. Okay, is this where we were at? Okay, cool. So if we look at the data quality, according to this, all of these are ready to underwrite from DealSauce. Only one of them was missing rent. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty. That's pretty good. I'm gonna just underwrite a couple at a time. Still testing this. I want to see like what comes back. I have a feeling there's some mapping issues here with the deal sauce, but let's check this out. I want to see what comes back. Yeah. I have a feeling there is some, well, no, it's different. I want to do, okay, let's just do all of these. So we got the, let's see, what did I have earlier? Prop, what was I doing? Prop wire? I think it was prop wire, prop stream. I need to write this down. That was uploaded and it was doing pretty well. Let's see. Unscored. So let's underwrite all of these. To be able to know. Ma'am. Okay, let's dive in and check this out. Okay, the two issues I'm noticing is annual taxes are coming up blank, which PropStream or DealSauce doesn't have that data. Annual insurance. Okay, let me. Let's see, we got. Yeah, because insurance and taxes are not coming through because they don't have that data. So the system needs to be able to handle for that. Let me open this up in another tab. Usually I get some responses back by now. Sometimes it's an immediate no. Sometimes it's a hey, send me an offer. So let me check on my email here in a second. One password. Let me get logged in here. Actually, I need to stop sharing because I need to get into my passwords. Okay. All right. Let me go back to my sharing. Oh, we got 10 seconds left. All right. Well, boom. And that's it. Let me check on a few more things before we wrap up for the day. So yeah, as I look at, okay, so it looks like because PropStream doesn't come with, or DealSauce is not generating the taxes. What was the data source that I found that was generating the taxes? Hold on one second. PropWire. So PropWire actually has the property taxes, but it was missing the rent, HOA, and property description. DealSauce has the rent, the HOA. Wait, was that? I'll have to check on the HOA. It definitely has the property description. So it seems like all of them kind of have they're each pros. And I know DealSauce, at least right now, is probably like 40 to 60% match on the agent contact information. PropWire is like 100% match, which is great. But then PropWire doesn't have any rental estimates whatsoever. So that way, if you use PropWire, then you have to pull in your own rental comps, which can make it, make it more costly. I'm using Renometer, but it costs money. You have to spend money on that API. I have that integrated, but it does cost money every time I run that. And then PropStream, I got to evaluate PropStream next. I'm going to do a deep dive into really all of them. I'm going to do DealSauce, PropWire, PropStream. I'll probably sign up for a trial on Batch Leads. So just so I can run some tests. I'll probably sign up for a trial on all of them, honestly, so I can do some research on like the data quality so I can understand what's going on, what's working, what's not working, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll report back on that over the next couple of days, maybe sometime next week. I'll report back on my analysis on all the different data sources out there for aggregating information and kind of see where we land. But that's it for today. Let's see, what do I got for the calendar the rest of the day? I'm actually going to be going live, I think, around 2:00 Eastern time. I'm going to be walking a newbie through how to start in real estate and start underwriting and start, blasting out, kind of doing the stuff that I'm doing, but just kind of starting from ground zero. So starting a new show on that. So that'll be around 2:00 today. So I'll just be going live on my Facebook and YouTube. So that'll be cool. And then tomorrow I got some office hours. I'm going to be working on the product, the rest of the day pretty much. So that's it. I will see you guys later. Appreciate you. And I'll see you soon.